Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be unboxing and checking out yet another awesome security camera from Xiaomi. In our last video, we have checked out Xiaomi's $20 security camera. It was an awesome camera with a bunch of features. It ran off USB, it connected through Wi-Fi, and it was pretty simple and straightforward to set up. And that thing was $20. It's pretty cheap, and it had 1080p video, and the video quality was great and everything. But now we have this thing. And what makes this one special is that it has pan, tilt, and zoom. And the best part is, this thing is $40. More like $38 during sale, but essentially, it is a $40 PTZ security camera that should also connect to your Wi-Fi and a USB cable to power this thing. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, here we go. And we pull this tab out. There's nothing else in the box. And we got a bunch of things. So we have the camera. We'll put it aside right there. A setup manual that is in Chinese. And a goodie box that has a USB charging adapter that is 5 volts 2 amps, and this is something that we did not see in the $20 Xiaomi camera. That one only had a cable. Then we have this really nice micro USB cable right here, and it's about 1.5 meters long, and it just feels really nice. And finally, we have some brackets to actually mount this thing against the wall if you want. So it does come with screws and the mounting bracket, and you can just pretty much set this up wherever you want. With the last one, it actually had a magnetic base, so if you had something magnetic, you could put it on there, but this one you can actually mount it onto wooden walls as well. Alright, so far so good. We got a charger, we got a USB cable, and now we're going to take a look at the camera itself. And check this thing out. It actually looks pretty cool. It is pretty weighty. This thing actually feels more like $90 instead of $40. And I gotta say, it does feel pretty awesome. You can see how it rotates like that. The gears inside feel really nice, and this one also rotates upwards. Also very nice and smooth movements. And you can see that there's an SD card reader. And if I remember correctly, that's where it stores the footage or pictures. And if you look at the back, you got a speaker. And yes, this thing actually has a speaker as well as a microphone right there. So you can actually talk back and forth with whoever you are looking at through this camera using your Xiaomi Home app or Xiaomi Security Camera app, which is pretty damn amazing. I mean, again, this is $40. We have a reset button here, and that is where the micro USB cable goes into to power this thing, which is pretty cool. Let's take a quick look at how this thing mounts. So it seems like, I think you just drop it in there and you rotate it, I believe. And there we go. That actually feels really, really solid. So this should be very easy to mount and take off whenever you'd like. And yeah, this is actually a really, really good mount. So yeah, it looks pretty awesome, it feels pretty awesome, so let's go ahead and see how it actually performs. Let's go. And we are back. So I got a chance to play around with this thing and test it out thoroughly, and I think I know everything about it now. So let me show you guys what I have found out so far. So first of all, the startup process is kind of wonky, especially with Xiaomi products. It takes a few tries before you get it right. The voice prompts on this thing are in Chinese, so you have to figure it out in a couple of tries and get it to work. But once you do, it's pretty simple and straightforward. It only actually took me about 5 minutes or so to figure it out and how to connect it. It is kind of a typical thing with Xiaomi products, but that's how it is. But other than that, I didn't have much issues. Alright, just plugged in on my power bank, and now it's going to go ahead and do a self-test and connect to my local Wi-Fi network. So the LED indicator here can actually be turned off, and yellow means it's not connected, and blue means it is connected. And you can see right now it is doing its self-test quickly, rotating up and down and whatnot. And after that's done, the blue light will become solid and the thing will be ready to operate and will become online on this thing right here. So if we go here, it says online. Let's go ahead and click that. And there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with the app here. So first of all, the preview window is on the top over here. And yes, you can drag this around and zoom in and zoom out, but obviously the zooming effect is digital, it's not optical. And that is what it looks like when it is zoomed out. The time and date are burned into the video itself. So at the top we have the camera name, so you can rename the camera to whatever you want. So you can choose between the different ones you have plugged in. And under it we have the bit rate, so right now it's running at around 80 kilobytes per second. So not too bad. Keep in mind this is a 720p camera, and it's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. But it does get the job done. At the top we have a share button, and it's kind of limited. You only have Me Talk, WeChat, Moments, and Weibo. And basically, it just takes a screenshot of whatever you're looking at and shares it instantly. Next, we have the pause and play button, and we have the mute button, and that is the mute button for whatever sound the camera is picking up. And over here, we have actually something pretty cool. So you can actually have the camera window opened up while doing your business on your phone. So that's pretty cool. You can just move around and do things while still monitoring your security camera. Next up, you can change the video quality between auto, HD, and low. And over here, we have the full screen, so that will turn it like this. And here, you can actually do the zoom in, zoom out function. And here's where you can actually rotate the camera using your fingers by sliding across the camera. And not only that, but you can actually go back in time and see what the camera has been looking at previously. And the yellow dots here are the recorded motion that is recorded on the SD card. I do have an 8GB SD card plugged in, and whatever motion it sees, it starts recording for that duration of whatever the motion is. And I will show you guys what the video quality looks like. But yeah, straightforward functions. This button right here is to talk to the other person on the other side of the camera. And yes, if you're wondering, this camera does have night vision, and the night vision on this thing is pretty awesome, and we'll get to that in just a bit here. But going back to the main menu, here we have the roll back, so you can roll back in time just like in the full screen mode. And if you click that again, you get back to the menu. And here we have the dial, so with this dial it can go up and it can go down, as well as left and right. So you can see that I'm moving it, and I can rotate it backwards just like that. And right down here we have an auto mode, so you could use this to hook up the camera and send you notifications and whatnot when it detects something. And if you go ahead and click that, you can have some settings and set that up. Next up we have a screenshot mode, so you can click that and it will instantly take a screenshot and save it onto your phone, not the SD card. And once again we have a microphone to talk to the other person on the other side. And next up we have the video button, which will start recording and save whatever you recorded onto your phone. And finally we have the recorded playback folder. If you click that, we have a list of everything that has been recorded on the SD card as well as on your built-in phone gallery. So once again, it records in 24-hour mode, but hopefully in the future they will include 12-hour mode, but that's fine. It is a $40 PTZ camera after all, but can't complain here. But yeah, here's what it looks like. It shows you the dates, and it shows you where it has recorded motion. So if you go ahead and click on this one, it'll show you a list of video footage that it recorded when it detected motion around its area. And if you go to gallery, it will show you the screenshots and videos that you have recorded that are saved locally on your phone. So pretty straightforward. And finally, take a look at the settings here. We have a bunch of functions that we could do. We can have a password on this thing and lock it up completely. Next up, we have shared device, and this is where we can add more users. You can group it up to keep things nice and tidy, updates and remove device, add shortcut, network info, and feedback. If we go back here and scroll down, we have sleep, so you can actually have the camera go to sleep at scheduled times. Then we have status light, when you can actually turn off the LED here, and just like that, you don't know there's a camera that is turned on. Yeah, you can turn it on and off, so that's pretty useful. And the watermark, I believe, is for the time and date, so you can turn that off. Wide angle, I didn't see much difference. I'm not too sure what that is. Next up, we have the night vision options, so you can have it automatically turn on and off, or keep it on or off. So very useful. And when the camera switches on or off the night vision, you can actually hear the camera click. And what it does, it actually takes out a filter while also turning on its infrared lights to light up the room. And it is a really good night vision camera. You can set up on rate chat, alarm settings, and home guard sensitivity, so you can have it on high sensitivity or low sensitivity, as well as to calibrate the camera. And if you click that, basically the camera will start rotating and checking itself for any problems. Then we have the SD card functions, and this is where you can actually turn on and off the motion activated recording, so whenever it sees something it will record and save it on the SD card. And we also have NAS network storage, so you can actually hook this up to your local network and have it record directly onto a safe spot where you can have stuff recorded on a separate computer other than the built-in SD card. And over here you can check the SD card, the space available, formatted, unmounted, and whatnot. And finally, we can rotate the camera upside down, and that is all. So let me show you guys now what the video footage looks like and what the audio sounds like. Hello, this is a quick audio test being recorded on my Blue Yeti, recording on my desktop, and this is going to be played through my speakers and back into the camera. Hello, this is an audio test testing this microphone on this camera, and here's what it sounds like. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for this video. You guys have saw the video quality, you guys have saw the audio quality coming in and out from the camera. The video quality is okay, PTZ function does work, the app does work. Overall, it's a $40 camera that can move around and is easily accessed using the Android app. And it can also record video when motion is detected, and it has an amazing night vision mode. It is fantastic, you guys have saw the video. It is a great night vision camera. That being said, I've been actually running this on my power bank right here for about 6 hours now. This is a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, and it still has not lost a single bar. So it shows you how efficient this thing is, and if you want, you can pretty much just go ahead and run this on this thing. Which is nice because you can have the possibility of running it portably on an external battery pack. and don't worry about it for a whole day or whatever if you want to just quickly set it up somewhere and check for security problems. So yeah, it's an awesome camera. It's pretty cheap. It's definitely having something better than nothing if you're looking for a security camera and you want something cheap that has PTZ functions. There you go. It is a 720p camera. And speaking of 720p, the $20 camera right here, I've reviewed it before. You can check out the video over in the description. This one is actually 1080p. It has similar functions, except for the PTZ, obviously. But I believe it can also do time-lapse. And it's a $20 camera. But that being said, I'll actually have a video in the future showing you guys how you can use these for your 3D printer and how you can monitor your prints using these guys. They're pretty cheap, and they're just fantastic for the price. Anyways guys, that is actually pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care everyone.